My name is Vicki Willman. I'm the Director of Development with the Contemporary American Theater Festival. This year, it's going to be um, very different in that we're not going to have that opportunity to be talking to the 5,500 to 6,000 people who are usually here in Shepherdstown during the summer, to be able to see them, to be talking to them in the lobbies before the performances, after the performances. We also launch those exciting things that we call Talk Theater, Humanities at the Festival. And that's really exciting for our patrons to have the opportunity on Saturday morning and on Saturday afternoons to be a part of these workshops, these lectures, these panels, and be able to get together in a room and have the artists in the room or a scholar, an expert, and dive deeply into the themes and the issues that many of the plays are about. It's a really important part of what we do here at CATF, and it's one of the things that makes us very different from other theater festivals or even other professional theaters around the country, is this ability to create this great dialogue and discussion between the audiences and the artists and looking at the work in such in-depth ways.
Hey, I am Terence Anthony. I'm the playwright of the House of the Negro Insane, which is getting its world premiere at the Contemporary American Theater Festival.
Hi, my name is Tamilla Woodard. I am the director of the House of the Negro Insane.
Yeah, I first started thinking about the story that would become the House of the Negro Insane after I'd read the book, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. And there's a chapter in the book where they try to find out what happened to one of Henrietta's daughters, who was committed to the Maryland Hospital for the Negro Insane. It really stuck out to me because I'd never heard of this place, and started to do research about this hospital and found out it was one of a number of hospitals that were built around the turn of the century, and specifically built to house African Americans with mental health issues.
The story that Terence tells about a human who is locked away from his potential in the extreme circumstance of an insane asylum, who has castrated in order to make him safe, or to make him feel that he's no longer threatening as a Black body, is profoundly resonant in the current world right now.
I found the character of Attius while I was doing research, and came across a photo of like a basement of one of these institutions that was filled with old wooden coffins, where they buried the patients that didn't make it through all the treatments in this institution. And seeing that picture, his character really formed for me. I wondered who it was that built these coffins, who was in charge of placing the bodies in the coffins. And that's when I came up with what Attius was, he's the coffin builder in the institution.
There's a character, Effie, who's one might say Attius's foil in the play, and she is just this hot potato of sass and resiliency. She is like indomitable, and we laugh not at her, we laugh for her. We laugh because we'd like to be like her. We want that level of audacity.
So with the set design, I was really open and didn't know what to expect, because I had realized I'd written the play or imagined the play as I was writing it on a traditional sort of stage, and not in the round like it's going to be at CATF. So when Claire started showing her sketches and what her ideas for how this play could exist in the round, it really blew my mind. And she's done some amazing work.
My name's Claire Deliso, and I'm the scenic designer for House of the Negro Insane. It was very important to us that it feel very of its time when it's written in the 1930s. But because it's in the round, there's not a lot of walls, there's no doors. It felt like the only way to really heighten that and keep that very accurate was with the props and everything that Attius uses in his workshop. So that's where the research came in for me. It's sort of really looking at pictures from the time period to make sure that those are accurate. So my approach to working on this show, which was very influenced by working in the round, was playing with creating tension and really using the tensions of being in the round to sort of help heighten the storytelling.
The floor is lifted off of the ground, so there's a feeling of floating. There's a feeling of the us as an audience peering in and down like flies on the wall, creating a sense of intimacy, and that there are shapes and figures that are that will be visually available to the audience from the floor.
In the conversations that I had with Terence and Tamilla, it felt really important to sort of really delineate the area, the room itself, which is a safety space for Attius, so that whenever anyone enters or bursts the bubble of his room, it's very clear. So those areas are very clearly defined. The tree, which is, as of right now, sort of a compilation of branches. We were looking at driftwood, so it sort of has like an ashen quality to it. It's mystical in some ways. Perhaps the energy at the top, again, it sort of has a feeling almost of a coffin sort of compression, but it brings in an element of magical, because the play definitely, though steeped in a lot of realism, has so much magical qualities to it.
The way she was able to incorporate things like the coffin imagery and especially the tree imagery, which I didn't really expect to be able to see on stage or in this kind of an environment, is just amazing. And I'm really excited to see what it looks like in person.